Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm John.
And we are 3/5 of Taking Back Sunday.
Back Sunday.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like it does feel like Taking Back Sunday's 5th record. I feel like the band has been doing so much when John and I were gone that like it's still a continuation of the band and the way the sound has evolved and changed that it is a new beginning in a sense, but it still sounds like a Taking Back Sunday record, just like Louder Now did and just like New Again did. So I think this is kind of a natural progression and evolution. And yeah, definitely Taking Back Sunday's 5th record for sure.
Yeah.
Mark agrees.
Yeah, I agree with that one. No, it's weird, everybody has a different perspective because, they were out of the band for so long, so. And there's been so many, lineup changes and stuff that it's Taking Back Sunday, but then, it's like, it's different every single time.
I feel like it's a reboot, like when they did Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so much better than the other crappy Batman.
Exactly.
This is definitely the best Taking Back Sunday, though. The most fun. So.
I don't know because I wasn't there for New Again and how exactly it was written, but I think it was a less collaborative record. And the way the 5 of us write, all 5 of us get in the room and someone will start playing a guitar part and then someone will add on to that, oh hey, well here's a great part for the chorus. Like Eddie will start out a song with just a riff he has and then Mark will come out with another riff for the chorus. And then Adam and John work on the lyrics together. And so I guess it's going back to that style of writing, which is super collaborative, and we know what each other's really good at, all our strengths and weaknesses, and I think we just kind of rely on each other to take care of their part and to contribute as 1/5 member and do their thing. So I think that we're going back to that kind of style of super collaborative, which is how we wrote Tell All Your Friends.
And it's never like an effort. There was never like any plan, like how are we gonna write this album? When us 5 play together, that's just the way it is, naturally, without anybody being like, this is how we have to write and this is how we have to play. It just happens.
Yeah, there's a certain chemistry that just is kind of undeniable, and that's what happens when we work together.
Don't be a dick. That's what I think. I think not being a dick to your bandmates is a really good move. Makes times a lot more fun. And yeah, don't do that, and have respect for the people that you're around. And respect what that person does well. Focus on somebody's strengths instead of weaknesses.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well said. Well, there's not that much of that just yet, but I think we're all just so happy to be back together and writing together where everyone's opinion is respected, that when someone like Eddie was playing a new guitar part the other day, we just immediately get so excited, like let's work on this. This song will be better than anything that's on this self-titled record that's just coming out, because we kind of feel that progression and we're constantly getting better, and we get better at working with each other as time goes on. So it's exciting to keep doing that, and we're just excited for what we'll come up with next for the next record, because we realized the songs we wrote later on in the record as we were writing this self-titled record were so much better than the first songs we wrote. So I think it's just a natural progression that we feel really good about. So yeah, writing new songs is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a thing, like there's kind of no ego within the 5 of us. So now we can just write from a very honest kind of point, and no one feels the need to get their point across. No one feels the need to, like, I need to have my part heard, because we're all so excited about what each other are writing that those parts will eventually get used. So I think it's just a big lack of ego within our group that makes the writing a lot of fun.
I think
to me, like, because I guess Mark and I don't sing at all, that it's just kind of fun to play those songs and see the audience reaction and just kind of feed off that energy. And yeah, I don't really think too much about it personally.
Yeah, it's like accept them for what they are. Like the fact that we play these shows and kids are freaking out about those old songs. It's really nice. You know what I mean? Like it's like when we're practicing and like getting ready for a tour, and like we have to play one of the old songs because it's part of the set. It's kind of like,
We
but,
played
like,
Pee Without the E 1,000 times, and I wasn't in the band for 7 years.
yeah. So, but then it's just like kind of like a respect thing. It's like really nice to have that, you know, like, you know, how many bands get to say that you know, like people call your first album like, you know, it has like a lot of kids like come up to us and go, hey man, this album reminds me of this time in my life. I was this age, and it just every time I hear it, it brings me back to that time. So just to be able to be a part of that, you know what I mean, is really, really cool, and that's special. But you know, it's not like I'm, you know, gonna go home and throw it on and listen to it. I mean, I have done that plenty of times. But,
Yeah, and I mean, we just know the records and songs that have done that for us personally, and that we're having that effect. That was nothing we ever dreamed of when we were making Tell All Your Friends, and it was just one of those things. We were just dumb kids who got in a van and toured and wrote this record, and we just, like, personally, I was like, if we can just have a record that people can buy in stores, that's success, and then I'll figure out what to do with the rest of my life. So to have that lasting effect for this long, we feel very lucky to be able to keep doing this and keep making records, keep touring, and just have fun. So it's amazing to feel that from people.
And seeing the kids' reaction to it is going nuts. It makes it brand new every night. You know what I mean? It makes it.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the experience of even us getting into it. Is like there's a lot of feeding off the audience's reaction every night, you know, and I think that's kind of what really gets you back in that mindset that we had when we originally wrote those songs. You know, it's like you reconnect with it through the audience, sort of, you know.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think I just know. I've learned a lot because I've dealt with a lot of people, and I dealt with a lot of different personalities. So I've learned really, like, you know, like I said before, just respect. Like I love these guys and I respect them, and they're all really good people. So just being that way and giving off an energy, like a good energy, could like light up a room instead of, you know, like. That's what I learned. Like, if you're in a good and positive mood, it will help out the other people around you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think it was kind of a thing of like knowing how much I need these 4 guys in my life, personally and professionally, like just as friends, as simple as that, to be able to call any one of these guys up if I'm having a problem or something, whatever, and I can rely on that. It's such a great thing to have back again. And then also professionally, like when we're writing music, relying on these guys for what everyone brings to the table. Like, I respect them all as musicians, as songwriters, and it's just so much fun to have 4 guys who I think are just so great at what they do. And that's a really rewarding thing. And to wake up on a bus every day with these guys is just a great thing, and I really don't think I could do it with anyone else. Go ahead, say something nice about me, John.
John, you're next.
I just wanted to say that I learned that Sean is the best man in the world.
That's all.
John, tell me what you've learned.
Okay, I'll tell you. I learned that actually what I really learned.
Oh, that's funny.
What I learned from my 10 years in Taking Back Sunday and out of Taking Back Sunday is that I should never assume that I know what is going to happen in my life in the future, or even to assume that I'll know what I'm going to want and where I'm going to be at in any point in my life down the road. Like, you know, if you would, like, just a year before, you know, Sean and I rejoined the band, I don't think I would have been open to it at all, and like I would have just been like, there's no chance that in another year or another 5 years or 10 years I'll ever be open to it. But then a year later, you know, when Mark talked to me about it for the first time, it was like I found myself in a different mindset, you know. And so yeah, I've learned that, you know, you can't really assume that you know where you're going to be at down the road. You got to stay open.
Life is crazy.
Sometimes I feel like I just caught you at the right second.
You kind of did actually. It was really weird. Like it could have been like another 15 minutes later that you called and I've been like, no, screw
No,
that.
horrible idea.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why you call me up? Say me this bullshit.
Leave me alone. I'm trying to eke out a living on tour here.